is your favorite goddess, Also Fancy 734. Yeah. And I am going to do something a little different. I realized that Mercury retrograde is upon us. And some days ago, my shadow had to go back, had to return to the deep, to evolve. And she's going to be emerging as a phoenix. Or, well, then when she went to the deep, then I emerged as the phoenix. And, but my phoenix has a super fiery side too. So this is the first time where I'm realizing that my shadow work and requires some light work of me too, or it's like I'm learning a new extreme of my light and my shadow. So I'm evolving. People are ascending, okay? So I know that on my other platforms, if you're privy to them, on every platform I'm on, my handle is Also Fancy 734, like you see in the corner over there. Like, it's always gonna be like that. And on IG and Facebook, I really delve into like open journals, just talking about the traumas I've experienced in my life, and more, most recently, like the past couple of years, I've been a little more open about that. And it's helped me be able to bear my truths in a healthy way. It's helped me to be able to advocate for myself more. It's helped me to be able to, speak up more, or just embrace those truths. Like, okay, it's out there. That's it. It's out there. So it's gone. Like, I already lived it, but why does it feel like I'm reliving it so much? It's funny because the screen glitched, and but my point is, like, this type of work is necessary because trauma is embedded in our DNA, and you really have to work to combat it taking a hold of you, because I haven't been a slave in many, many, many lifetimes, but somehow I'm still suffering through in a time period where racism is alive and well, or has been in my life, and it's something that's supposed to be normal, and that I don't talk about, or at least that's how it makes me feel. So over the next 7 days, before I get hit by this Mercury retrograde, your girl is about to ground in every plane that there is and get these chakras aligned so my shadow can return. I'm so excited. The dark side is my favorite side. But so this is like getting prepared for spooky season is slowly approaching. So this is the perfect time for me to get my shadow in balance for all the games to come. But so that's just kind of an introduction of what's going to be going on for the next 7 days. And I'm just going to take you through, I might separate it, like do my open journal. I'm going to take you through the following. I wrote it down. Let me look at it. So, we're going to start with meditation and building a protection bubble. And I know it sounds silly, but just try it, because it's just a way for you to mentally visualize you creating some form of security in your own safe space, in your own environment that's a safe space to you, so that you can open up to yourself and not judge yourself, because ain't nobody there but you. So why you scared to talk to you about you? when it's just you. That's why you got to start at the end with the 7th chakra to get yourself in alignment, boo, because that shit don't make no sense. How you gonna put yourself in a box, okay? Even your head is round. What is you doing? you caught in the loop, okay? But so then from there, I'll openly identify like a trauma experience, and then go through what parts of the trauma align with the imbalance I'm experiencing in the chakra focus of the day. So like today the focus is the crown chakra, so I'll bring up a few things that I felt like is what affected my mind, you know, about these traumas, and what parts of those things cause limitations, you know, in these areas. And then I'll take you through some questions for journal prompts. After that, we'll do some affirmations. Then we'll do some yoga or some form of movement that aligns with the chakra focus of the day. And then I'm also about to, I was supposed to have the music cranking already, but you know, it's cool. I'll just layer it on in the video. But yeah, so, and then at the end, I'll do a reading. More than likely an oracle reading, but the cards I'll be using, I have some hold on. I'll show ya. And I'm gonna be telling y'all what stones you should be using. You know, just different stuff. Like, because for me, what I've gone through and me trying to get aid in the general systems that everybody's supposed to use, the traditional methods, and the traditional like service organizations that have been more detrimental to my mental health and actual physical health than help. So these are the ways that I've learned to heal myself, including incorporating a vegan or meatless diet. But I had like being vegan is the only way to like really keep yourself healthy, because we gonna go through it. But today, oh, look at me getting these cards out. These cards ready to talk, huh? Like, excuse me. But these are the, why am I holding this part up? It's the Crystal Oracle, and it's literally stones. So this is Crystal Praise, and would it be in green, it would talk about your heart chakra, something about your heart. And then what did it say? Rhodonite, and this would align with the root. So it's bam, boom, it's saying your heart needs to let something go. Anything that's root either needs to come out of you, or it's too deep, or this could be trauma as well. And your heart is trying to speak to address the trauma and let it go. So I guess y'all got like something off barrel, another heart card. So yes, your heart is amplifying what it needs at this time. So I'm gonna put these away because I don't even know. This is a powerful deck. This is how you get your power back, and that's what this whole processing trauma series is about. So welcome to what did I call it? I called it a couple of things, but welcome to the 7-day alignment. Welcome to day 1, where we are addressing the crown chakra. Now, I don't know about you all, but I was raised in the church, so I do understand and very well know the power of prayer. My father is a pastor, and my mother is an avid church goer and prayer warrior, okay, at the crib. So like these are people who are dedicated to their religious beliefs, and what they believe to be their spirituality. So they did teach me the importance of being able to pray and how it could be used as protection. How it's just a tool for you to use. And no matter what anybody thinks it's actually right, and their faith is their belief in their God and their God's power to be able to speak these things into existence through communicating their needs, wants, and desires to their God. However, I believe that I am the God of my world. I am the God of my body, my mind, my spirit. So I began to pray to myself to empower myself when I felt powerless. And no, I do not use that as like a method of, I don't use that as a method of spite. Like, I don't pray on people. You know what I'm saying? Like, pray for them. So I have a prayer that I say to myself, and you can insert whatever title you need to pray to allow this to empower you, if you would. 1111, if you would accept it. And let me pause so I can get that in view for you. Hold on. Dear Goddess, dear Gods, please allow me to stay focused and determined through this time of transition. Although this journey will be walked by myself, I know I am not alone. Give me the strength and courage to move on and let go of the past. Give me the sympathy and understanding to forgive. Forgive me when I fault and allow me to recognize and correct my mistakes. Give me the power to make change and the will to continue on. Remove the fear from my mind and replace it with optimism. Remove the fear from my mind and replace it with optimism. Remove the pain from my heart and replace it with compassion. Remove the hate from my eyes and replace it with hope. Replace the hurt in my hands with love and the shame in my step with dignity. Remove the weight of stress from my neck and let it be held high with pride. Let my lips be kept warm with kindness and allow my soul to be held steady with patience as I gracefully walk as the beautiful woman that I am and will always be. That way, I'm prepared for all that I encounter along this long road I continue to walk of life. I am no longer yours, I am mine, and I am evolving. I am one with the gods and goddess in me. Amen, Ashe, and all that. Alright, so next so that prayer is something that I wrote in 2009, a month before I got pregnant. And the prayer has evolved as I have evolved, and it's really helped me to maintain a form of solidarity in myself, and to maintain balance, and really open my eyes to all that I'm blessed with in my life, despite everything that I've gone through. So, let me find us a tune real quick. Let's see. So, I'm going to put it straight on a crown chakra frequency off of YouTube, which you can most definitely look up yourself. And
okay, today is June 1st. Please say your name and spell it. I'm God, G-O-D. I'm doing this interview. It's getting...
well, this is the one. All right, y'all. So thank you for taking the time to show up for yourself today, and thank you for participating in this with me, or just taking a moment out of your day to immerse yourself in a moment of mine. And so thank you for allowing us to create a ripple in time. Now, what I need you guys to do is sit somewhere comfortable. Ideally, this is the time you want to get some stones. Now, the stones that align with the crown chakra, the 7th chakra, are amethyst primarily. So that's the tree you see in my head. This is like, it has an amethyst crystal base. They're different stages of the crystal's evolvement. I think that's so dope. And I have a big amethyst stone tucked back here as well. Tiger's eye, selenite, clear quartz. What else? And I have plenty of clear quartz over here. I have moonstone here in the ears. I also have it more amethyst in the bottom of the earrings. The color purple is the color that ties into that. So if you have any purple items or these type of stones, I suggest you get it. Some scents that go with elevating this area are definitely frankincense, white sage, and because at this time I need you to find somewhere comfortable to sit or lay down, because this is when we're going into the excuse me, this is when we're about to go into the meditation portion. So I know I'm gonna take me a little step of these. Okay, I know I said a little sip, but I was thirsty. So, if you don't have a stone, I'm going to just give you something to concentrate on. And right now, I do have a black obsidian arrow covering my third eye, because black obsidian is not, it's for protection, but it also brings issues to the surface. And since I'm doing my own form of shadow work, it's bringing all the issues with my third eye to the forefront and protecting me from other things attacking my third eye at this time. And I definitely covered it up since I'm working on my crown, and your connection to your spirituality comes through the element of thought and your crown's process. So, and if you don't got none of that, so it. Like, start where you start. Like, start with what you got, because it's a lot of times when it was times where I didn't have any of this, and all I had was the power of my prayer and, the positivity of my mind. So, I'm gonna put this one up here because I said I'm gonna share this one with y'all. I'm gonna put some clear quartz up there. So at this time, I want you guys to, and evil eye jewelry. Sorry, that's the last interruption. Any evil eye stuff you got, that's good for you too. Like, just protect yourself. How you know to be best for you. So at this time, you're gonna have a seat somewhere, or you're gonna lay down somewhere, and however your body is placed is how you want to visualize yourself at this time. For me, I'm gonna envision myself over the water. Lately I've been going to a place, a green plain pasture that leads to an endless body of water, and I hover over this area because personally for me, I meditate in motion. So Even if I must be still, I picture myself in some form of motion. So for you, your comfy place might be in your room. Imagine yourself in your room. Imagine yourself seated or standing, whatever is most comfortable. For me, I'm standing. So it doesn't matter what you have on. If you're a detailed person, you can go into those details. What are you wearing? Do you have something on? Do you not have something on? Is it cold where you are? You know, think about those details. For me, I just arrived. And in this state, my body is just stars. So I don't need too much. So you're going to think of yourself sitting, laying, or standing in your place of comfort. And you're going to begin to imagine a layer of protection. For me, it's a bubble. For you, it might be cement. It could be anything. So you're going to imagine a protective barrier starting to surround you from the base of your being. If you're sitting down, it'll be coming from under your butt and under your feet. If you're standing, it'll be coming from up under your feet. You're going to imagine this barrier surrounding your body in a circular field, forming an orb around you, rising up above your legs, above your hips, above your waist, above your chest, up over your head, and coming to a close over the top of your head. It shouldn't be something so tight and constricting. You should still have room to be able to open your arms, move your feet if you need to. And the way that point came crashing down, you all might have some thoughts that may be restricting you, but you let them happen. The thoughts happen, you just don't go deeper into the thought. Okay? As they arise, you move them out. So, for those of you who are having trouble with your thoughts and distractions, I need you to focus on your breathing with me. So we're going to inhale all that trouble, clouded, whatever, for a count of 4. We're going to hold on to it for a count of 5 to give it a little attention that it needs. And then we're going to blow it out for a count of 6 and let the chaos go. And out your bubble or your orb, it will go. Okay? All right. So inhale with me. Hold for 5. Release for 6. Again, inhale for 4. Hold for 5. Release for 6. One more time, inhale for 4, hold for 5, exhale for 6. And as those things float out of your bubble, let them go on to where they belong. So now, focus on how you feel in your safe space, in your environment. For me, I love the breeze. I love the sound of the waters making their own rhythm. I love the birds coming to greet me, sending me a message or two, singing me a melody or a tune, and floating on their own way. I like to hear the leaves rustle in the background. I like to feel the warmth of the sun. I like the smell of the trees and the grass. And more importantly, I like the ability to change the elements as I see needed. Think about what you enjoy about your quiet space with you. Even if you can still hear outside noises, even if something else happens to crash or fall, or even if another thought comes in, how can you change the scenery to make it more comfortable for you? This is your safe space. Your words will only echo in this space, and you don't have to carry them any further out of this space. You don't have to carry them in here if you don't want them there. If you don't want them there, like, push them out. So one more time, we're going to take a breath to focus. We're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 5, exhale for 6. All right. So inhale. Hold for 5. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Hold for 5. Exhale for 6. One last time, inhale for 4. Hold for 5. Exhale for 6. All right. So, thank you for taking a moment to ground with me. You know, to create a safe space for me. This table tearing me up today, huh? But thank you for taking a moment to do that with me. So now I'm gonna open up to talk about just some pointers, some possible blockages, or not even that. Like, yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that before I get into the trauma parts about why we're doing this. So, and this is just reading from a book I have. This is a chakra healing book. My cousin had put me up onto this. It's a beginner's guide to self-healing techniques that balance the chakras. I think my cousin put me up on this. Somebody had heard something that said, yeah. So yeah, and it's so funny because her mama named Big Meow. But so this is the book, and it's a $15.99, but I'm pretty sure I got this for $8. So on Amazon. All right, so the crown chakra is the last of the spiritual chakras. The crown chakra is a source of connection to the divine and our higher selves. And that's what it's saying, like your thought process, your connection to your spirituality, or what you believe your spirituality to be. And that is what really powers you the most, your beliefs. So how much do you believe in you? How much do you believe your mind is capable of? What can your mind do for you? So when the crown chakra is out of harmony, it says we feel totally disconnected from the divine, or the source of the universe, or God or goddess. We may even hold anger at God or have anger at God. We have difficulty trusting our path and our lives in general. Depression is a function of that. And you might be stuck in a cycle of anxiety and fear, paranoia, or things like that. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the traumas I experienced due to the circumstances that surrounding it, like it caused me to develop a lot of trust issues, and this is something that I actively work to release, and I'm working on. So it says the Sanskrit name is Sahasrara. Other names for it is the seventh chakra. Location is at the top and center of the head. The colors surrounding this are purple, white, and gold. The element is thought. The glands affected by this are the pituitary glands. And the physical body parts tied to this are the muscular system, skeletal system, skin, cerebral cortex, and central nervous system. Now these are these areas tie into my point about how it seems like trauma can be embedded in your DNA, because if it's into your nervous system, that's what can put you into fight or flight, and have you paranoid, because it puts you into survival mode. So holding on to pains and memories and damaging, holding on to your damage causes you a lot of issues. So physical dysfunction you can experience when the crown chakra is out of harmony. You can have energetic disorders, depression, chronic exhaustion, extreme sensitivity to light and sound, and other environmental factors, confusion, apathy, and alienation. And the reason why I needed to be able to do this practice and this type of healing on my own is because these are also issues that you experience when you are going through spiritual growth. Like when for those people that have spiritual gifts, when your gifts are evolving, you do go through sensitivity to light and sound and other environmental factors, which can include confusion, causing you to alienate yourself. And I know that I've been healing for the past year, so I'm not necessarily like alienating myself in the same ways that a person who is depressed might. So, but it could be seen as the same way if no one can take the time to understand your point of view, or to interpret the emotions involved, or if there are outside factors involved as well. So when the crown chakra, there's more. For mental emotional issues, you will experience issues to trust life, values, ethics, courage, selflessness, ability to see the larger pattern or picture, faith, inspiration, spirituality, devotion. The energy blocks to the crown chakra would be lack in trust of the divine or life, unresolved anger towards the divine, like the universe or your God. And when it's in harmony, you live in the knowledge of unity with the idea that we are all one. You have a better natural sense of peace because you're coming from more of a compassionate point of view, and it's stating that we understand that we're individual reflections of the divine, meaning that the same way people believe in God and they say put your faith in God and not man, that's because you're trusting that God or the divine or the universe will work things out how it will, but it's not necessarily responsible for the actions of all the people in the environment that it created, right? And it's saying that understanding that our individual identity goes beyond the physical form, and it does. You need a sense of spirituality. That is your motivation. Some people tie their motivation from different sources, and this is the main reason why church and state are not supposed to be mixed, because everybody's spirituality is different. And in my opinion, as long as it ain't causing no harm to nobody, that's everybody's business. like Auntie Tess said, that's because that's their business. But so from there, I'm gonna bring up, let's go to, where are we at? We 35 minutes, 35:11. So I put together some journal prompts, and I'm gonna journal with you guys as well, because it's gonna lead to the affirmations and flowing with the body that we need to do. So let me get my journal. So like, instead of me like, it's so funny, I'm holding my neck so still because that's phone up there, but balance, because we all about balance. So instead of me just letting the video just play out, well, I am, because I want y'all to still be able to have the tunes, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna do this together. Everybody needs somebody sometime, even if I just need to see me later on to do this, you know what I'm saying? But where did my prompts go? All right, so I'm gonna go through the questions, and I'm gonna do the question, and I'm gonna give you an example from my life. That way you could be able to, I'm gonna give you an example, and you could write about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, that way you can see what relates. So what do I remember the most about my trauma? For me, it was feeling like property. I didn't feel like a person, and that made me feel very powerless. I think that it takes a lot of different factors to defeat someone's mind, to make them feel like they have no power over their physical being. And so, I don't know, for those of you who don't know what my most recent trauma is, but for me, it was being hospitalized or being committed against my will, and being committed for no reason. I literally was just crying in my house, and no one had the patience to really hear my situation out. I was just questioned over and over in a very repetitive motion. Like, I was questioned hourly by random people who did not want to tell me what their titles or their names were. And I had just gone through like a 3-day period of no sleep because someone attempted to drug me. And prior to those 3 days, I had been bedridden with COVID for a month. So I had a lot of stuff already affecting me, and no one really, it was just like they made me feel like I was crazy, like what I was saying. It's like they kept asking me the same thing to see if I believed in what I was saying was wrong with me was true. They questioned me so much because they wanted me to change what I was saying. And my next question, so to move on from that so I don't get tied in that loop, have I experienced this more than once? 39, 34. I need to mark this down so I can write the questions down. Sorry, 1 second. Why do I have 15 emails? Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so question 2 was 3934. All right, so question 2, have I experienced this more than once? I have experienced being questioned more than once, or feeling, so I'm going to say feeling powerless or feeling like property. I have experienced this more than once. I consider myself a jack of all trades type of creative artist, and I believe that I can create or do or whatever I put my mind to, and I never had to have done it before to be able to do it. And so for like doing makeup, nobody taught me how to do makeup. I just do it, and whether it look good or bad, the shit look good on me, and I rock it well. And I don't know if that's something that everybody else can say that they can do, but or doing hair. I used to go get my hair done once to learn how to do a style because I could see it, and then I could mimic it, or mimic it so that I can create it organically for myself and learn through a form of organic chemistry. So yes, I've experienced feeling like a tool or like property more than once, because when it came to my talent and gifts, I experienced people wanted to be able to put it to their use, and I don't. All the things that I do is because it brings me joy. It's not that I want to monetize everything. Like, I don't care about money in that way. Like, I'm not really willing to sell myself out for whatever. And I don't give a fuck who feel however about it. Like, people will always tell you what they think you should do with your skills for your life, but it's about what you want for yourself. So yes, I have experienced this more than once, enough to make it feel like it's supposed to be common. The question number 3, 4227. Did I speak up or fight for myself? Yes. Yes, I did. Why or why not? The times that I could, because who else is gonna tell? And I spoke up for myself because I wanted some assistance, some relief, some comfort, some help. And the times that I didn't speak up is because I felt like it wouldn't make a difference. Was it effective? Why or why not? It was effective sometimes because it may have brought me minimal change, or it may have brought me a change of some form, and whether it was a change that I wanted or not, it still was a physical result yielded from me taking my form of power and taking an action to speak up for myself. Why wasn't it effective if it wasn't effective? The times that it wasn't effective, it was due to people's perspective at the time that things occurred. It was circumstantial, or due to, people, it was due to other people's perspective. When I asked or called out for help, I was always met with what I should have done, or I'm usually met with what I should have done differently. Usually the root of my issues don't get solved or haven't gotten solved in the past. So I really need to get something to drink because I'm not feeling so well today. It was due to perspective, and it was due to what's normal, what's deemed normal in society. If you try to speak up on racism, you are met with why people couldn't be racist, not why they could be and why they experience that. A lot of things get silenced when the topic comes up, even though it is 2022. Beyond that, I believe that people have very limited perspectives about what women are and should be in this day and age, what they should be able to say, how they should be able to say them. And I believe that people use that perspective to vilify women for having emotions, because a lot of times they are very valid, and depending on what type of women they experience in their lives or on a regular basis, is what either limited their viewpoint when it came to my actions as a woman trying to advocate for myself. That's very hard to accept because it's very common for people to dismiss women. It's very common for people to dismiss women of color. It is very common for men to try to dominate women in some form, even if it's through an influx in tone of voice and octave to suppress a woman's cry through their own battle cry, or just thinking that them having a voice of thunder and interpreting that loudness as a voice of reason when it is in fact not. 4644. Question number 4. Mentally, what about these experiences made me feel powerless? When you don't feel heard, it's kind of like it makes you feel invisible. And the hardest part about me dealing with these situations was the people I spoke up to were people that these issues were in their scope of practice. It's not about who you know, it's about who knows you, the real you. Because otherwise, that title or whatever is gonna go straight to their fucking head, and it turns into, the conversation goes from I need help to you being jargoned the fuck out by somebody's understanding of what they've been taught about their practice, not about what's right. So it's about who knows you, because people will allow their training and interpretations of how these systems are taught to them about how they should operate. They will allow those things to cloud their judgment about who you are and if there's truth in this story and things of that nature. So like for me, I got to connect with a lot of people. I connected with community leaders, I connected with attorneys, I connected with friends, I connected with family members, I connected with whoever I could, and even no matter how much people understand and feel for your story, oh, they wish they could do something so bad, they still felt like they had no power, even though I perceived them to be in a higher position of power to actually affect change. But so since these people felt like it was nothing that could be done, and I'm like, these people are moving mountains. So if the people that move mountains can't move this, how the fuck am I? Right? But people can't give you their power, number one. People still have choices to make about what's right or wrong, right? And just because somebody else has power doesn't mean that they're going to empower you, even though when you gain position of power, you have the judgment. You have to make the judgment call about how you're. It's not even making the judgment. When you have power, you have to empower people somehow, right? But I felt powerless because I reached out to people, the strongest people that I knew, or perceived to be the strongest people that I knew, and they felt like me too. Did these inhibitors allow me to find inner, and I just want to be very specific. I'm talking about mental health professionals telling me not to advocate for myself from the inside of a mental health facility. Even though there should be, like, I needed an advocate. I couldn't get nobody there. Like, and when I got my advocates there, the way they played these people out, like, everybody was scared because it had to do with race. And if that's not the case, I don't know why they were afraid. Did these inhibitors allow me to find inner power or strength in other areas? It did, because I had to figure out how to truly rely on myself in a different field. And I know myself to be a warrior and to have been well trained for combat, but this was a different type of fight. This was the Queen of Swords. Like, this was the tower of a Queen of Swords. And what I mean by that is I was put in a position by a woman scorned. The Queen of Swords is a woman scorned. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. But anyway, did these inhibitors allow me to find inner power, strength in other areas? Yes. They allowed me to find more power in myself. So this is when I got back into prayer, because it was the only thing keeping my mind, like, off of where I was at. Writing is my first love. Writing has always been my first love. Like, honestly, if I still had all my old journals, like, I would low-key have, like, I would have, like, at least one good wall of a library, you know? And, so I got back into my writing and some of my creative stuff, like I was painting in there. And although the painting was an activity in there, like, I was writing round the clock. Like, don't talk to me, I need to go write. I'm gonna go write, because it was just mad weird in there, and I needed to take my mind somewhere else. And then it reminded me to rely on my ability to be able to connect with people. And so I still connected. I just had to learn to connect with people in a new way or a different manner. And then how did I limit myself based on these 5344, question 5. How did I limit myself based on these experiences? So from that moment on, I limited outside contact with me. I made everybody sign an NDA that I felt that I had any type of inkling of anything about, because I had to trust my belief in myself that my intuition was arising me to. And like intuition, your third eye is going to be tomorrow, but a big part of that is belief in my own alarm system, belief in, you know, me. So I was like, NDA, 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 because what I experienced in there was people on the outside speaking with the professionals on the inside, and whatever they said didn't help me a damn bit. And so I took it as though those words were used towards my detriment. The people that really gave a fuck or tried to, they showed up, and it was the people with the least information on me that showed up and tried, and I'm thankful that they showed up, even if they couldn't say a word and they was afraid to say a word. Like, I'm still thankful for who came and showed up for me. So I began handing out NDAs because I realized I needed to take control of the board in my life, or the playing field in my life, a little more, because I already have, like, I don't have the most positive family upbringing or experience or understanding of what family even means, and this limited that even more because I felt betrayed by family and friends because I had to suffer something, and I'm just like, you know, whatever. So, and then I limited myself by fucking with people I wouldn't have never fucked with, trying to find some sense of security once that was immediately over. I limited myself by allowing fear of what I had went through, of isolation and not being able to sleep for so long. It was the fear of that and not being able to sleep comfortably. I allowed that to limit my sense of value, because I was trying to just pair up with whatever would pair up with me, so I could have some sense of security or safety. Like, I at least, even if I'm gonna have a motherfucker by me that I don't necessarily trust, I know how they operate, so I know what they're gonna do, and I think that's better than feeling like I can't sleep. Like, they gonna have to sleep eventually too. It's not the same as being in the inside of a psych ward, so I'm like, they gotta go to sleep too, so at least I can sleep when they sleep. How else did I limit myself? Again, I limited my value because I was trying to fuck like crazy because I needed to get this reckless energy off of me, and I already have a high sex drive, and like I wasn't sleeping, so like I'm like, shit, I need to get this. I was trying to drain myself. I was trying to get drained enough to sleep, so I literally paired up with a demon. And I didn't care. Like, shit, nigga, I'm part demon too. What the fuck? I didn't care that was what he was. Like, just understand that I know who you are and what you are. And even though you may not fully understand me or why we even connect, like, I get it, but like, I needed the same type of peace that he needed. And I was like, okay, let's do this together. And just how much the tigers I fell on the floor, I let my power go to something lower than me. So that's how I limited myself, giving away power that I didn't need to give. So I've already cried like a lot about a lot of this stuff. It's just certain stuff that it's hard to get over stuff like this. And I've been trying my hardest to get over this stuff, and a lot of times I'm fine until like I get back out, you know, in the real world, and I'm faced with other things. So since I've had to fight a lot on my own and have gone unheard, it's hard for me to like just up and immerse myself in whatever. And I still do. I don't let people see me feeling no type of way. I don't go nowhere unless I'm for sure about myself and my mood. I had to learn to have a belief in myself and that I'm more in control of my energetic field than I know, because it's motherfuckers that can't even look, circle so small you couldn't stick a dick through it, okay? Bitches right in my bio like they fucking hip to me. Better do it the way your niggas say that I do it, cause it can't be done better. And bitch, it has been proven. Fuck with me. So I had to get my fucking mind right, because I'm the truest. I know I can trust me. So let's get into these affirmations. We are at 1 hour and 12 seconds. And let me make a marker for that for affirmations. So let's do some affirmations, and then we'll get into a little yoga. And it's not even gonna be like no serious major yoga, y'all. It's just gonna be some general stretching, so we can let this flow up out of us. Okay. So let me look into my affirmation book, honey. Because create your own magic. Affirmations are magic. They're magical words. My words are sweet kisses that grant wishes. So you got to speak what you know into existence, okay? And what I wanted to say was like, I think I did say it already, like allowing your trauma to continually exist in your mind allows it to fester and store in places in your body. So like you are literally manifesting more problems onto you, like physically. You're literally manifesting more fear, more stress, more tension. And when you get into these fear type, when you get into these type of constricted spaces where you're feeling limited, where you're feeling powerless, like you can't move, you don't know what to do, that means it's time to expand. And the best physical way to do that is by literally stretching your body. Put some energy and let some things flow out, and let that shit go. Let some things flow out into the universe so you can let some things flow in. So that's why I want to do the affirmations first, because before we get to letting this body flow, because you need to put some positive out to balance that negative you gotta let go of, and you gotta let the negative go from a positive place. There's no way you can, there's no other way to do it. And it's not like, oh, today I watched fancy video, boom, I'm cured. Nah, nigga. First of all, please consult your medical and health professional. I am not a professional. I am working through my own issues. So I'm happy to be a blessing if any of this helps you. But you still have to do your own research. This is something that I still have to do routinely. And I do more than just these things. I actually fast, y'all. I go days without eating at times. I go days without human contact. There are very different forms of fasting, and I do whatever my body calls me to do to keep myself together. So I hope that this helps you start some practices that will allow you to heal yourself in ways that you didn't know were possible before, or in ways simpler than you thought. These little net, I got a net in here in my plant. They keep saying my plant. Alright, so I gotta change that minute marker, because I was like a minute and 12 seconds. I mean, an hour and 12 seconds. We had an hour and 4 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So, affirmations that surround the chakra or that will boost your chakra are affirmations centered around the mantra, I know. And a mantra is just a phrase repeated, used to empower or elevate your mood. So, I know I'm this, I know I'm that, whatever you want to say. But what I started off with was, I know my mind has no limits. I know everything I went through made me stronger. I know I will triumph over every obstacle that comes my way. I know I can trust myself to keep me safe. I know it is a blessing to challenge my mind to evolve. I know I am capable of anything I put my mind to. I know no matter how bad things look, I will always be successful. I know things always work out for my greatest good. I know that I am thankful, or I'm going to just say, I am thankful to be so blessed. I know my needs will always be provided for. I know my mind is mine and mine only. Okay? Say that one more time. Rewind. I know my mind is mine and mine only. Okay? I am thankful for moments to be still. I am thankful for moments to heal. I am thankful for moments of peace and tranquility. I know my mind is a fortress of peace and tranquility. I am so full of joy. I am so appreciative. I know I am so blessed. I know I am so successful. I know I am infinitely evolving for my highest good. I am proudly walking in my purpose. I know I am courageous. I know I own my truth. I know I am a slave to nothing, okay? I know I am confident beyond belief. Watch that ego with that one though, okay? I know strength is encoded in my DNA. I know I am royalty. So I always have all the power I need. I am blessed, protected, and safe everywhere that I go. I achieve heights unheard of. I know I triumph over every obstacle I encounter. I move in love and grace. I create with passion and diligence. I am thankful for the time and space to study, practice, and strengthen my spiritual gifts in peace. I am beyond blessed and thankful to live a life of luxury. I am thankful to be connected with my true family. I am thankful to be a superhero, my own superhero if need be. I'm thankful for my baby's connection to me, because I'm a mommy, y'all. I'm so thankful and proud to be their mother. I am thankful for my life. I am grateful for the life I live. I am blessed, and I know I am blessed every day I open my eyes. I am happy and filled with joy every day that I'm alive. I am infinitely grateful for my daughter and my children to come. I am thankful to be mother of all mothers, queen mother, mother of all creators. I am thankful to have such high honors. I take pride in my gifts and responsibilities. I trust myself more than anyone in this existence and beyond. I am blessed to know that all my needs will always be met. I believe in myself and thus can alchemize anything. Integrity is embedded in my NDA. I said integrity embedded in my NDA. Basically, because y'all. integrity is embedded in my DNA, but I make y'all niggas sign an NDA because I don't know what y'all be on. But my strength comes from the phoenix in me, and I will never burn out. And that's on Bible, okay? I am thankful to age so gracefully. I am thankful to be in balance daily. I am grateful I can transmute energy at such a high rate. I am thankful my bills are paid in full. I'm thankful for my beautiful home. I'm thankful for my new life. I'm excited for this new chapter in my life. I'm in love with the woman I am today. So, those are the affirmations that I have for you today. I'm going to pause it real quick so I can rotate, and we're going to just stretch a little bit, okay? Alright, y'all. So, is this going to focus me? Can you focus on me? Baby, can you stand arm length apart? Okay, so you're going to stand with your legs arm length apart or shoulder width apart. And what that means, if you take a look at where your shoulders are and you look down, your feet should align with your shoulders. Alright, wonderful. So I'm not going to take you through any traditional like yoga practice. This is just straight up stretching. Stretching to help the third eye. You want to give blood flow to your head. So if you can do a handstand, do a handstand for a while. If you can do a shoulder stand, do a shoulder stand for a while. But remember when I told y'all, if you ain't got everything, you just do what you can with what you got. Well, y'all, I got legs and I got arms, and we gonna make it work with those, cause my legs and my arms not strong enough to do no handstands yet, okay? And my wall ain't strong enough to be kicking up on the wall, okay? Cause don't get it twisted. I dropped that weight, but listen, let me tell y'all, these walls can't hold themselves, and that's about it. All right. So first, I always like to start with opening my arms up. You're gonna allow your arms to flow downward towards the middle of your body, and then out to the sides. Stretching out, stopping in the middle, stopping with your arms like out like it's a wingspan, right? And then trying to reach out as far as possible, like you're trying to touch the walls. Woo. Shake it up a little bit. Then you're gonna bring those arms all the way up to the sky. I'm gonna reach the sky. I drop my head back some sometimes. Let your fingers flow and tingle. Spirit fingers. You can allow your body to come up on your toes. If you stumble, it's okay. You can rock back from your heels to your toes in this position. You can let your head back up when you're ready. Try to touch the sky. Stretch that spine. I need to be spinning at this point. So you might be hacking some stuff up too, like me. And then you're gonna slowly bring your arms down, same direction, like they're falling towards your sides, circling back around. And then you're gonna follow your arms down to the floor. And as you're doing this forward bend, you do not want to lock your knees. What that means is you don't want to stand like a cute ghetto bitch, okay? Don't lock your knees. When it's locked, you can overextend yourself and hurt yourself. So just leave a little wiggle in that thing, So, all right, so we're gonna go down to the floor. And you're gonna let your arms hang as low as they can. For me, my arms go almost down to my elbows. Like, I'm in overstretches now, but you go wherever you're comfortable. And just let your head hang down. You can even allow your body to flow from side to side a little bit. And now you can bend at the knees as much as you can. You can rock back and forth on your hands there. And keeping your head down, looking at the ground. You can try to put your palms flat and extend your legs again. You can unbend your legs. I don't know what the proper term for unbend your knees is. Unbend your knees. Me, I'm turning my palms from inward facing to outward facing now, or outward to inward, and letting that stay on the ground. And you can rock from your heels to your toes and lean more into that stretch. And you can rock back onto your heels. And the front of your feet can be off the floor. And we're gonna come up. So you're gonna bring your arms to your ankles. Slide up to your knees. Put your hands on your knees right here. You want your back straight. Right? You can hold it there for a minute. And then go back down. Really fall into that forward bend. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Me, I'm gonna keep rocking it out a little bit. You find where you're comfortable. You can bend your knees again. And now you're gonna step over a little bit. So you know we're supposed to be shoulder width apart or shoulder length apart, but we're gonna bring it out a little more because now you're about to start working your body down like in between your legs so you can widen your hips out some. And it helps you get your head lower. So, my hands are flat on the floor. My knees are bent, right? Crouch down like a fry, right? And you want this part of your arm, or like as close to your elbow as possible, going to the inside of where your knee is. So you can help open them hips up. Get low, get your head down to the ground, you know? Alright, so let's go. Woo. Really lean onto your arms, the backs of your arms. Let your head stay down. I know y'all can't see, but lift up when you need. Wiggle side to side to help stretch that out. And then, now you can lean forward more. You come up. Whew. Stretch your back out a little bit. You can put your arms behind your waist towards the lower part of your spine. And there you're looking nice. Girl, you're working with some action. Yes, honey. Look, I don't know about y'all, but I always give my body some glory. So anyway, you're gonna put your hands behind your back. And then you do. Hands behind your back. Oh, this is so dope. It look like I'm so distracted. Alright. But I wish I could see like how the top of my shed is illuminated. It literally looked like a yellow road being paved out, like on top of. This is so dope. Alright, so you're gonna put your hands back here, right here. And then you're gonna lean back. And as you're leaning back, you pushing your hips forward. You might even gotta squeeze your booty a little bit. You might gotta, you know, I don't know, push it. So you're gonna push your back so. Really let yourself fall back and take some deep breaths. You want a natural high? I'm lightheaded because I'm getting fresh oxygen. Yeah. So that's it for the stretching. I got my coconut water. I'm gonna drink some of this. I'm gonna pause it. We about to get into these cards. All right, y'all. So if you've been tuning in, thank you so much. This is the beginning of the reading for the chakra alignment session. I end up having to start a new video, so that's cool or whatever. But to those of you who didn't participate in the 7-day chakra alignment, it is your favorite goddess, also Fancy 734. Thank you for tuning in to me today and just chiming in to see what insight I'm gaining through my spiritual practices, beliefs, and my daily studies. So at this time, I'm working on grounding myself for rebirth of my shadow siren, who I can't wait to see again. And she was like, okay, bitch, that is enough of this mental work today. Okay, I brought some shit to the surface. Now, handle the rest. So I am going to the questions. This is what I wanted to do. I honestly want to do something different with the music and let the music speak, but I didn't have a playlist. Beyonce Beach. Very outside. But listen to Beyonce all up in your mind. So, and I did it. Oh, I forgot to put my reel on here. I'm gonna have to post that too. So number one, I wrote down some questions like, how does this chakra being out of alignment affect me? So I went to this deck. This deck is royalty. And it be like, don't touch me, you want some bullshit, bitch. This deck is so fucking funny. And this deck is hilarious to me because I've had it for a long time. I've had it for like a month, almost 2 months since I got this one. I think I got this deck when I got the Urban Tarot and my medicine cards, but I was just drawn to the other cards first because, you know, they speak to more of my nature first, and like I really don't be like flaunting my power. So these cards are called the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards, and it's based in, I believe these cards were created by a monk, and it's based in different teachings between Buddhism and Hindu, I believe. So forgive me if I'm speaking this wrong or pronouncing stuff wrong. He said, where his story at? I'm trying to look at his story real quick to make sure I'm saying, you know, the right things or whatever. Or like, to make sure I'm referencing the correct sources. Maybe I don't need his story right now, cause, oh, here we go. Hindu tantric traditions and Buddhist. And so our practices focus on the technique of Kundalini Yoga, which helps you get in alignment so you can access your Akashic records. And I need to do this like ASAP. And before you even can deal in the Kundalini, you gotta have your chakras aligned. So I'm literally like racing to 9/11, like for Siren, like, bitch, I'm about to get in line for you, bitch, because boom, we about to blow it. Booyah. But so Durga, the warrior goddess. So that's true, dispeller of darkness. We about to blow the fuck up, and that's the truth. So become a warrior to dispel the darkness. That's what you need to do to gain back clarity of your mind, to gain back the power of your mind. Like, fight the negativity in your head. Fight the negativity that's coming to you about your past or whatever. Like, you ain't got no choice to make every day a new future if that's how the fuck you want it to be. Bitch, if I want to have hair down to my tippy toes tomorrow, that's who the fuck I'm going to be. And that's what I'm going to look like, because that's your choice. So what I really like about this deck, what I got introduced to first, or the cards that presented to me this first time around, look, the warrior goddess keep coming out. She like, bitch, it was not the first time. Okay, so last night I got introduced. See, because like my shadow is like still in this, in that fight mode. Like, burn this bitch down to the ground. Like, this is very much like primal catty energy, like true to my woman nature, which is the type of stuff that begins to protect you, like when it feels like the nest is like under attack. So the first time when I opened these, I was getting all the dark entities, like all the dark deities, and like protectors and like stuff like that. And then this time around, see, protect Garuda, protector from the serpent race. Raise your eyes to a bird in flight to connect to the divine. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm reemerging as a phoenix at this, or I've reemerged as a phoenix currently. And but my phoenix is very, very different from traditional, and it's such a beautiful merge, and I'm so mother geeked because I just geeked. But so I was getting a lot of protective forces from this deck, like in the beginning. I need to turn this down, son. Do that help? That helps a little bit. Oh, y'all really can't see how this is, but and also when your crown chakra is out of alignment, you are dealing with a Queen of Swords. You are more than likely under attack from a Queen of Swords. And I'm gonna take the Heavenly Bloom deck so I can show you what the Queen of Swords look like, because she is like fiercely guarded. And I know this is how a lot of people see me, and I think it's pretty dope. And I also like don't care, because it just is what it is. But let me see if I can find her. So the Queen of Swords is the ruler of the mind. So like, this is somebody, for me, the Queen of Swords, it reminds me of the following signs. And they're usually a woman scorned that's gone into this action. And that's what is like you're at battle with when your crown chakra is out of alignment, because it's causing you to doubt what you generally would believe, or there's a Queen of Swords moment, like something that happened to you that is making you want to change your defenses and how you guard yourself. And you may be coming from still a hurt area. So like, you may be enslaving yourself to your own mind and the things that were going on. So you see she got this big ass pretty ass sword, like I wish a motherfucker would. Yeah. I don't know why that came out like that, but she got this is one of my favorite cards though. Her sword dope as fuck. Like, she protected, she guarded, even her face guarded. And I often go out with my face covered, and that's just like, it's just best. But I trust myself to know that. So like, even her shoes, like they got like wings on them or whatever, like she prepared to take flight. And this reminds me of a woman scorned that is living through a male, and so this reminds me to bring up the signs that remind me of this card most, which are Aries, Capricorn. Those are, okay, so in order, it would be Libra, Scorpio, then Aries, then, and I put Aries in the middle because Aries just like fucking shit up. Like, with no explanation. Like, it don't make no rhyme or reason. Like, they really be like, oh my God. They be like ego driven, like, because their sign is supposed to be like, what, God of War? Is that what Aries is? I don't know. But anyway, Aries, and then Capricorn, and I can't say that a Sag can't fall into this, but to me, their drive is different. Like, their reasoning for getting this is different. It's not always scorn to me. They just natural challengers. So then, but yesterday or last night when I was trying to work with this deck just to get a feel for it, like what's gonna come out, because again, y'all know I follow Saint Site. That's my boo. That's my boo. And oh shit. I follow Saint Site, and she was talking about how your decks have personalities, and I was like, you know what, I do have my favorite decks. So that made me think about, like, why do I like those decks more, or like what makes one deck more stand out to me more than the other one. So, but this Heavenly Bloom deck always tends to show me where the love is, and this is more like internal, I don't even want to say fantasy, but kind of fantasy, because of the way the cards look. Like, if you look at it, they anime. King of Laurels in reverse, like, yeah, like, so King of Laurels is King of Pentacles, but if you're not the King of Pentacles, then it's not the truth, you know what I'm saying? So look, it's not true that you got. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more of a fantasy driven love. So it might actually reflect love of a family member than love of a spouse, or like something like that. It reflects your internal to me more, and like how you would like to see things more. So what I want to ask this Shakti deck. Now, this Shakti deck is like kind of don't take no shit. It's cut and dry. It's like this is like they put all of their deities and entities into this card. So it says it's a power deck, and that's exactly what it is. So with this deck, I would like to see how does the crown chakra being out of alignment affect me and affect my power? How does the crown chakra being out of alignment affect your power? So it says 10, it's Padmasambhava, the 8th century Mahasiddha Wildman. Intense practice yields great results. So when you're out of balance, you're not able to achieve what you normally would by practicing the things that strengthen you, right? When your crown chakra is out of balance, you are not seeing any progress. You are hindering yourself. And the deck landed on 41 Buddha Dakini, the white Buddha family of the center. Replace ignorance by studying spiritual teachings. So it's saying that you wouldn't gain insight or balance, like you would be further hindering yourself from your spiritual connection, because you would usually be practicing your spirituality, or you need to practice your spirituality in some form of belief. Now, Dakini, or I don't know if I'm saying it wrong, if it's Dakini or Dakini, whatever. Not saying whatever like that, but these are fairies. There are Indian fairies, or entities, like energy entities. So these are fairies or spirits. So when your chakra is out of alignment, you lose your connection to spirit when your crown chakra is out of alignment. And the crown chakra talks about your spiritual beliefs. And and then next is Prajna. Okay, Prajna Paramita, wisdom goddess of the 3 times. The writings of great beings have the voice of God within. So this is literally telling some of y'all to go read your Bible, or if that's your belief, or it's telling some of y'all to do research on what it says have the voice of God within. You need to do some religious research or spiritual research. And that was me as well. So, and that was like the deck energy right up under the Buddha Dakini. So I'm letting that reflect. And I'm going to take a read from this book to tell you more about that, because I don't think there's no further explanation personally. Number 10. Durga keep trying to come out. Okay, let me read this warrior goddess and give her props, because I'm telling you that's where it opens to. Page 14. And that's funny because that mirrors 41. So let's discover the warrior of the warrior. This is what needed to be researched. So Durga, the warrior goddess, dispeller of darkness. There's a Hindu legend that goes like this. A long time ago, there was a demon loose in the world. None of the gods could conquer this meddlesome being. So they got together to create a creature that would have all of their attributes and fighting skills to set it on the monster and kill it once and for all. They agreed it should be stronger than the tallest mountain. Didn't I say what can move the mountains if the people that move the mountains can't move them? Fiercer than the fiery winds that rage in a forest fire. More clever than the smartest sage. And with the perseverance of a snail set to crawl across a forest floor, they created Durga and gave her all of their weaponry, and she destroyed the demon. So this is talking about pulling in from outside sources, or being granted some sort of power from outside sources, because they needed you more than you needed them. Like, she only existed because the highest power was not enough in every region. Well, god damn. Devotees of Durga invoke her for protection against negative psychic forces. That's why she like, bitch, you better put some respect on my name. Let me pull Durga out, y'all. Baby girl on the tiger. My bad, Durga girl. Where you at? Oh my god, this is making me think. It's so disrespectful. I ain't about to. It's funny because it's making me think of what was that, Team America, the last thing where they had them puppets and they was like Durkistan, and they was making funny Middle Eastern people, but the whole time y'all calling out Durga. So I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Anyway, so this is Durga. Go on, girl. That little pussy boss of power. Look at all those arms she got. She got 8 arms and 2 legs. That's like a spider on the top, right? Damn, girl. So they gonna talk about all her stuff. And actually, she riding on the tiger. So, like, she pull up on a tiger. Y'all remember Uncle Grandpa and they had that tiger riding around? Everything got something tied into it. Alright. Devotees of Durga invoke her for protection against negative psychic forces, entities from the lower realms, gossip, and maliciousness, be it from others or from our own dark side. And didn't I tell y'all Siren is going through a rebirth? She is red, the color of the root chakra. So that's why I was saying that trauma is embedded in your DNA, because it's low, like it's deep within you if it's unresolved. So this, and it's funny because I got this on my ankle because I was trying to pull, and I had the obsidian on my forehead because, so that's some carnelian or red jasper, and I was trying to pull the issues out of the root to the forefront of my mind so I could be able to address that. And so that's why I had the stuff I had on. But I got hematite on the other ankle, and then I got clear quartz on this one and aquamarine so she could just flow out how I need to in a balanced manner. So yeah, she is red, the color of the root chakra, which governs survival. And what does trauma put you in? Survival mode. That's why people be having PTSD. She has had many incarnations over the centuries and cultures of time. Kali. Oh my God, these are my guys trying to talk to me. What's up? Kali, Bhagavati, Ambika, Lalita, Gauri, Kundalini, Jara, Simhamukha, and more. She rides a tiger to show that she has great courage and fortitude, and that she has mastered her own willpower and determination, so they have become tools for growth rather than self-serving. She and all her incarnations are celebrated several times a year in festivals called Navratri. This a bad bitch. Be like Durga, okay? Look, so some of you all may need to do more research about Durga. Clearly I am, so let me write her down because she ain't fucking playing with me. And it's so funny because, you know, that 14 equals 5, which is the mark of change. So this is the change that you need. And this, she like, I've been trying to tell you from the beginning, and all it's saying is, that's what these cards reflected too. When they were saying practice, intense practice yields great results. So you want to practice replacing ignorance by studying spiritual teachings, because the writings of great beings have the voice of God within. So she was made, what did it say she was made by? She was made by gods. So like, if a God, this is what I'm saying, you the God of your life, but even all these gods weren't powerful enough to destroy the most evil that they had ever seen. It was so powerful, it wasn't enough for all of their stuff combined. They had to all give a piece of themselves to create a being better than them. Kind of like when God created man and he had no control over it. And then they supposedly created women from that. Like, listen. So, look up Durga. And then I'm going to just go over the other forms she had, because that means... So, that's... Oh, my God! Okay, listen. I'm so excited. Okay, so, Pete. When I imagine myself meditating... I always see my body as like, or lately I've been seeing my body as just a body of stars. And I was like, I am mother of all mothers, creator of all creators. Like, that's what I be feeling like. And I be like, I'm the highest air there ever is, or whatever. But this is a deity higher than all the gods. She was created by all the gods and given a power, not because she asked for it, and she was created with a power that she didn't ask for a purpose that was bigger than her. So this definitely empowers me about my pain and everything I'm experiencing, because definitely when I speak on racism, people be acting like they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, even though they're very well versed in it. Which side are you on, though? Damn, bitch, with the 8 arms and 2 legs. So the other gods that are forms of, and then she come out at me 3 times like, bitch, don't let me have to tell you again, goddamn it. Don't come for my head, baby. Kali, I believe, is like a moon goddess too. And I'm already like I'm definitely a child of the night. So she was literally created in darkness because the environment was being killed by the biggest monster they had ever seen. Said this demon went all around the world, all around the world, all around the world. Lloyd Banks, where's that coming from? But you should be here with me. Drinking with me. Wait, it's 2 songs coming in. Oh my god. And it's 112. I see you looking at me. I can tell. Ain't nobody hijacking this read, nigga. So doing those connections, like, or maybe this, I'll see you with Arga, okay. Kali, Bhagavati, Ambika, Lalita, Gauri, Kundalini, Jara, Simhamukha, and more. So she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 forms that are listed, and that's crazy because 9 is my life path number. It was written. So I'm gonna read to y'all. We at 2626. I'm gonna read to y'all the other 3, and then let me see. This really answered my question. Like, and it's so funny because now her card on top of all the rest of them, like, it ain't nothing else to focus on really. But let's read number 10, Padmasambhava. The 8th century, Mahasiddha wild man. Mahasiddha are practitioners who reach a high level of mastery of their practice or craft. Okay, I'm glad I read this. Once there, everything about them has a certain ringing note of perfection. You feel the Dharma viscerally. Teachings seem to seep out of their pores. They accidentally say things that are exactly what you needed to hear at that moment. Look at me teaching myself because I decided to commit to my practices real quick. Doors open in your mind that you previously didn't know were there, and realizations burst forth like popcorn. They are so in tune to the way, so in tune to the flow of the universe and the dance of truth and life, that to be around them is a joy. This might be in part why Padmasambhava could behave as he did and still accomplish great things and be recognized as the saint that he was. This is most definitely about using your powers to tap in and balance your light and your dark side. Because he was a wild man, remember? But clearly he did a lot. So let's see. Padmasambhava is the founder of the Nyingmapa school of Tibetan Buddhism, the oldest of the 4 schools of Buddhism. So this is a serious elder. He was an Indian tantric master who brought his teachings to Tibet. Excuse me, did I just type into my and he was in wait, let me drink some water. I can't wait till we get to the real part because I get the part. Okay. Oh shit. He was an Indian tantric master who brought his teachings to Tibet, flouting tradition, causing outrage, and in general stirring up everyone and everything in his amazing life. Spirits, people, and practitioners. He had the ability to charm disturbing, harmful spirits. 13 times he called upon the spirit monsters of the lands he traveled through on his journey, taming them and getting them to agree to help him by protecting the teachings and spreading the Dharma rather than be a hindrance to him and the local people. I like this nigga. All through his life, he was a controversial figure, and as he used a wide variety of skills in his teachings, magic, lecture, meditation, drinking sprees, and shocking the pants off his students. This dude is a shadow master. And that's literally what I just got done doing, combining all the things that made me happy. I even did my makeup and did a little video first. I might start including the tuts, a little bit of something. But it was me combining all the things that I knew to be able to make me better. And this is why I'm putting it out there, because it might be able to help make somebody feel better about themselves too. There are several accounts of his flouting of convention causing such outrage that people attempted to burn him at the stake, but he emerged untouched each time. So they really was playing this man like he was a witch. And he kept coming back alive every time he was burnt. Boom, he was a phoenix. I like this. Oh my God. Look at my masculine and my feminine coming together. So, and that's why I said I'm made up of a lot, cause I been wrote down all my personalities and all the different sides of me and gave them names and everything. Listen, shit's intense, but if everybody gonna be here, we all gotta get along. Y'all hear that plane landing? We get it together, because we can't go nowhere like this. He is revered by Buddhists to this day for his gifts He is revered by Buddhists to this day for his gifts to the Tibetan people, and is considered to be the most famous of the Mahasiddhas. Practitioners. So he was like an Indian shaman. He was an Indian shadow man. I gotta write him down real quick. I gotta write both of them down real quick because they're not playing. Durga, the warrior goddess. And I know who this is in real life. This Alright, so we got 2 more to read, and I gotta hurry up and do it before 7 minutes. Warrior goddess and Padmasambhava. I'm getting a sore throat. And I don't even understand why, because I've been in the crib. I ain't been doing shit like this. This don't even make no sense. So that's how I know it's time to move, because this house is literally making me sick. The deck energy first was Buddha Dakini. So let me get 41. And she was reflecting. She was mirroring Durga, the warrior goddess. Buddha Dakini, the white Buddha family of the center. Buddha Dakini is an enlightened wisdom Dakini. So she's a wisdom fairy. As we're focusing on the crown chakra. She is associated with the Vairocana, the Buddha family of the center, the color white, the element of space, the gift of Dharmadhatu, the hand mudra of turning the wheel of Dharma, the poison of ignorance, and the emblem of the golden Dharma chakra. She a bad bitch. She said, I drive the motherfucking boat, the motherfucking train, the motherfucking all that. I pilot the plane. She turns the wheel. And I really like how focusing on your spirituality is the turning point. And didn't I say they reflected each other? So 41 and 14, that's 5 and 5, that's 10. This is perfect balance here. So, oh shoot, let me finish reading her card. She is also associated with the magical function of pacifying the crown chakra. What is the odds, y'all? And the first day in the bardo, she helps manifest the awakening of enlightened awareness in the mind stream of practitioners, revealing dormant spiritual impulses. She can also grant worldly siddhis, supernatural powers. I think I pulled her the other day. The other night. I pulled one of them. Hold on, I gotta check real quick. We got 3557. Alright, I can make this happen. No, last night I got the Karma Dakini. But one of these grand spiritual powers too. Yep. All the fairies can. That's the thing. So you telling me I'm a fairy, and I'm a this, and I'm a that. So, and this is how you learn how to protect yourself through several means. And then she tied these guys together. So he was a wild man that could do whatever he wanted to do because he was able to charm the people. So he probably was the balance that brought the gods together to even create this woman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was, he had all these different powers, right? So like, this was probably this fairy, like, working her magic behind the scenes. Like, a literal belief came to life. Like, something came into existence because something else believed in it first. Woo! So you better believe in you first. Is geese flying over? What time is it? Because they're flying over 8:21. They flying over later now. So let's read 3734. All right. Let's read Prajnaparamita, wisdom goddess of the 3 times. Y'all know how I feel about the 3s. Number 21. Oh my God, her card is 3. 21. Oh, I'm so excited that I did this today. Prajnaparamita, wisdom goddess of the 3 times. Prajnaparamita means the perfection of wisdom. This is solidifying your mind on a whole new level. Centuries ago, intense study led to a flourishing of writings from the soul, works to help others find their path. Literally what I'm doing, okay? The ghetto guide. When someone is in the flow and writing from the heart, the ring of truth is there in the words and it reaches your core. And this reflects back on how I was talking about getting through being committed. I was writing all the time and I was writing prayers. The written word from people like this was exciting and unusual. The text they made, written by hand from the work of monastics, made them even more special. It is hard for us to imagine the reverence that these writings held for people of an age before the corner bookshop, computers, and on-demand printing. They were scarce, other than word of mouth. There was no technology to tell you they existed, and you had to travel far distances for the opportunity to study with someone who had read them. Maybe if you were lucky, you could also look upon the text itself. And I've been talking about wanting to go to the Citadel, only to find out that's not what I thought it was. But I've been wanting to go to like an old ancient library to try to look up, look into more of my spirituality, and I want to go and be able to, whatever. Over time, the tantric writings called sutras were distilled into two great works, the Diamond Sutras and the Heart Sutras. These sacred texts were revered, their words thought to have been transmitted from a higher realm to the mortals below and flowing out to the world through their pens. This transmission, or energy entity, for lack of a better word, was acknowledged as a goddess of wisdom. She is perhaps the same one that guided Shakespeare's hand. And all the other greats whose works far surpass their culture, time, and education. The image of Prajnaparamita holding her book, offering it to us, is a personification of all the work, worship, and rarity of those ancient written works. Prajnaparamita gives birth to new ideas, to the fulfillment of spiritual practice. She is radiant with the joy of knowledge and is generous in giving. She is handing us the text that will answer some of our greatest riddles. All right, y'all. So I just want to give you a big thanks. I'm down to the last 20 seconds of this video. I hope you received all the wisdom you needed, and I hope you take some time to research into these entities, deities, and take some time to go deeper into your spiritual practice. It's your favorite goddess, Oh So Fancy 734, and you have a powerful day.